Rosie, this corporate life is not for me. Girl, I need to get into real estate investing. But let's be real, I ain't got no money. You just gotta do it scared. But I'm the best of friend. I got the calls now. Hey, big ballin'. The first thing I'll ask my friend is, how much money are you making a year? I already know. I went to school with them and I know the industry they're in. They've fallen for certain financial traps that every year they will do real estate investing next year. And the thing is, they keep calling me with a desire of wanting to do it, but they're not able to take the leap because they don't feel financial confident in order to do that. I'm going to share 5 things with you that you can either become more aware and making the decision to make sure that you are sound and secure and ready to jump into real estate investing. So let's go. 1, you're not paying yourself first. Anytime you get your paycheck, the amount of money that should be coming out first is not rent, it's not even for food or bills or gas. It should be a percentage that you've calculated to set aside for you. This was the key way I was able to grow not only my savings account, but also invest in the stock market, that when it was time for real estate investing, my cash was heavy. I was ready for business. And that's exactly the same level of financial confidence and comfort that I want for you jumping into real estate investing. Are you ready for number 2? I don't know. Says, are you ready? You are falling for the soft life. The soft life you see on the ground. The big bag. What's that bag? The Birkin? Me too. I want the Birkin too. But honey, just because your paycheck can afford great big fancy things doesn't mean that your wealth is ready for that level of investment. You have to be aware of what you're spending your money on. I get it. You know, back in the day, life was a struggle. Life was hard. So now that you have a little enjoyment, you are going to live the soft life to the nth degree. But here's the thing I always think about. Imagine if you were a farmer who sowed seed into the ground, into the soil. Your first set of seedlings come in and you're just here eating it. Why? Nobody does that. That's not even okay. So you wait for your seeds to mature, for your tree to grow, for it to bear fruit, that it's also able to put seed back into the ground. So you have something continuous going, that if you were to take that fruit and enjoy it, there is still something left over. That's that piece that I want us to shift to, because what's happening is we come from struggle. We've built a strong foundation of education, good big degrees, because I know you got the big degrees. You're a big ballin', hey, big boss. But here's the thing. You're living up to your means and above your means. You're not giving yourself room to build the foundation that actually secures your financial future. For example, I know you've worked hard and I know you deserve to buy a brand new car. But something like that, that's a depreciating asset. We've graduated from the boom shakalaka cars. You remember them cars that we were driving? It's like when we're going down the hill, we're hitting on the brake. Are we gonna survive today? Yeah, we've graduated from that. We've come a long way. But why get a car brand that your payment on it is anywhere from $800 to over $1,000 a month? See, we have beautifully overcome poverty, but what you don't realize is you're digging yourself into a high level of brokenness, okay? Where you need to be able to apply the pressure. You need to be able to go to that job in order to sustain this lifestyle that it's like a lifestyle creep. You keep adding things to it. So therefore, you got to work more to be able to sustain that. I hope my nails look cute coming so close to the camera. Be aware of how you are treating that first layer of wealth that you're building for yourself. Number 4, if at the end of the year you file your taxes, okay, and then you look at the taxes and you're like, wow, I made all this money this year? Where did it go? Sis, what that tells you is you're not managing your finances well. You're not managing your money properly. I actually suck at this for my business. So I have an amazing bookkeeper. Shout out to my bookkeeper who keeps everything in check for me and aligns it with the goals that I've set for the business. So you don't have to do anything elaborate. But what if you took a paper and a pen, as simple as that, and you just go through your bank statement for the past 2 months and write down everything that you've been spending on, so you get an idea of how much you're spending on certain big category of things. You know what your rent is, you know what you're spending for food, for clothing, for shelter, all those things. So you have an idea of where your money is going every single month. Now remember, I hope the first line item is paying yourself first. And for number 5, you know I gotta talk about investing. What are you investing in right now? I did a video about savings accounts that have high yield interest rates. That means you shouldn't be putting your money in the traditional savings account of the credit union. Credit unions have great use for other things like great loan rates and things like that, but that is not where you should be keeping your savings account. As a matter of fact, you're losing money doing that. So check out that video when I go through all the different high yield savings accounts that you can save your money in safely based on where they have their FDIC insured amounts and be able to start having your money work for you. Then let's graduate you into a brokerage account where you can start investing in ETFs, individual companies. I'm gonna do a separate video about this. I'm gonna delve deeper into ETFs and the key ETFs that helped me grow so that you can also just get right in, find it, buy it, and start growing. And eventually real estate investing, because sis, hello, what is this all about if not to build some sense of a strong financial stability? There's so many avenues to invest, okay? I just happen to tap into real estate investing, and I think truly it is one of the best ways to secure a financial foundation so that you can explore your gifts, you can take time to travel. In today's world of social building and brand building, you can spend time doing that. The bottom line is we are in a powerful season where there's so much to leverage that I don't want you to be caught in a state where I was, where I couldn't leave when things were getting so worse that it impacted my health and my well-being. I want you to have the power to walk away, to choose, to build careers that are fulfilling, that are impactful into communities. So is it paying yourself first so you have the funds to be able to invest in your first rental property? Is it giving up the Beamer so you can get yourself a nice Toyota? Sis, I know. I also look forward to driving that Benz, okay? In due time. I have to allow my investments to enrich the soil so, the fruits can be juicy. I believe in you. And remember to do it scared. I'll see you over in the next video.